Welcome back. We finna get into my nigga Charlie Kirk. We finna see what the fuck he talking about. The main reason I wanted to get into this is just off the simple fact of everybody coming on my page talking that weird shit. When I first started reacting to shit, this was the first nigga I really kind of reacted to. Well, one of the first niggas I reacted to. Like all that gangbanging shit came in between time. So when niggas get to talking all that gangbanging shit, it be in one ear and out the other one. Cause I really be in the other shit. But we finna see what the fuck going on.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. I'm a big fan. I think you're a very beautiful man. I admire you physically. But no homo. I did have a question. Something I don't find very interesting about you, something I find kind of repulsive, is that I believe you said that the Civil Rights Act was bad and that we shouldn't have that.
Okay. Well,
thank you. I appreciate that. I don't like you as much as Charlie, though.
First of all, what's your name?
Sorry. I don't want to be like filmed and stuff.
Too late.
I'm anonymous, number one. Anonymous guy.
Okay. Well, hello. Nice to meet you, anonymous guy.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. I believe in part of the essence of the Civil Rights Act went way too far, way too wide.
Oh, how did it go too far?
Well, for example, it created an entire civil rights leviathan that gave us affirmative action.
Civil rights leviathan? What do you mean?
Yeah. So if you can let me finish three words in.
Sorry.
It allowed the Department of Justice to go after people that have different skin color, aka white people, and prevent them from getting jobs in college admissions.
You have a job.
I'm sorry?
You have a job.
No, you're right, I do. Right. But just until Trump came around, until the Supreme Court decision, thanks to the Civil Rights Act, if you have white skin color, it's much harder to get into a college than if someone has black skin color. Much harder. You have to get higher test scores. It's a much harder pool, largely thanks to the precedent set by the Civil Rights Act. Not to mention all the trans stuff, and they use the Civil Rights Act to justify it.
Okay, I think I see where you're coming from. So you think that it's harder for white people because of black people they could have lower test scores and get them?
It's not what I think. It's the fact.
That's what you're.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of part of it. Like, but at the same time, black people still gotta present themselves a certain way. But the main thing that I want to point out is this: it's really the civil rights movement was really bad for black people. Little people really realize when it comes to like black business and black ownership, because at that point we started segregating and migrating with other motherfuckers and buying and spending money in other places when we had our own little diners and shit like that at a point in time, which was real heavy during that time, versus later on down the line you start seeing them things close up during like the 80s and 90s and shit like that to the 2000s to where you don't see them no more at all. Even with cabs and all that shit, like we had our own system of moving and our own lifestyle behind closed doors. Like that was how we were. We had our own separate world. Whereas now, or after the civil rights movement, it kind of brought everything together and made everybody basically equal in shopping here and there and there and there, and have you think this and the third, when it really we should have been keeping our money to ourselves. But that's just my personal opinion.
You're saying okay. All right. Well, I guess what I would say too. I think. Perhaps you're familiar with the term equity, right? Where different people have different circumstances,
it's
which
Marxism.
leads to different outcomes.
I reject.
Okay. Well, whether you reject it or not, I think it's a prescient concept in this argument, because what you have to understand is that when you're, for example, you're born in like a black neighborhood, you're born in like O Block or something, like a very like a. Oh, you don't know what O Block is? Oh, well, if you're born there,
Niggas be wanting to talk that racist shit. But these white folks, especially these young white folks, they love American black pop culture. They love hood shit. They love all of that shit. The sad part is that means they love to see you dying. But they feed off of that shit. They feed off the story. They be into that shit. People don't realize how these people see us and how we present ourselves. And this is a prime example of how we present ourselves with the O Block shit. Like, that's not even the fucking name of the street that they own, nigga. That don't even have nothing to do with it. Like, that's a whole, this is the dumbest shit I've seen ever. But my main thing is this: how we present ourselves is always how they gonna see us and view us and treat us. So if we keep treating ourselves like animals, this is how they gonna look at us. Because what he's doing right now, I don't even know what he's finna say next. But the thing is, it's how he went into it. You feel me? Like we was like niggas is basically like some type of animal in a cage or something. Like we a zoo or something.
if you're born in a very poor area like that, with like very low economic opportunity, very, very poor schools with very low ratings, where the average test score is much lower, when you're in that environment, you have the whole system up against you, right? So when you say in that kind of circumstance, when you're facing the whole, I guess, leviathan of systemic racism, so would you say that's sorry, let me just
No,
finish.
no,
When you say it's fair to, for example, lower the standard because knowing that their circumstances were like that, perhaps based on what they had, what was presented to them, they had the correct amount of merit to get into a school.
Okay, so are you a student here? I'm guessing you are.
Oh, yeah, I'm a student here.
Are you a pretty good student?
Oh, yeah, I would say I'm a good student. I have a pretty high GPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give your GPA to her because she's a woman of color, please?
Oh, well, you want me to give you a... Well, I mean, I can.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, sure.
You cool with that?
Yeah,
So,
I'm fine. Wait, you mean
I want you.
like, tell her or like
no,
give it to her?
by force.
Like we're swapping it.
Let me tell you what I'm going to
Okay.
do. By force, white man.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to take your GPA. I'm going to give it to a woman of color.
Okay.
You're cool with that?
I mean, yeah, I can just work back up. Like, I mean,
No, there's no working
hey,
back
bro,
up.
I can pull myself up on my bootstraps.
No,
What do
there's
you
no
mean?
working back up.
What do you mean you can't work back up? That's the whole point of conservatism,
I'm
isn't
gonna,
it?
I'm going to keep on taking it from you because that's equity.
yeah.
And you're cool with that.
What? But that's not
this is equity in practice.
Equity isn't taking. Equity is applying the equal standard.
If you give, how do you get? You must take, and then you give.
Wait, what do you mean?
This motherfucker don't understand quid pro quo. And the thing is, like you just said, when you give some shit, somebody got to lose some shit. Everybody don't come out winners in life, my nigga. Somebody got to lose, somebody got to win. Everybody ain't gonna win. So he trying to build an example around this nigga just ain't catching it. Niggas be dumb, but he really seemed dumb as fuck. Even just off his description of like black life and all the test scores and shit. This is how they view us, bro. This is how motherfuckers view us based on how we act, nigga. We don't even take education seriously in our community. Let's be real.
That which is given must first be taken.
Well, what's being taken?
Well, in this case, grades from you to grades
But
to her.
no one's taking my grades though. That's not what affirmative
it's
action
called-
is.
well, hold on a
No one
second.
takes your grades.
Hold on a second. If you
Yeah,
only have
yeah,
so many,
oh.
you only have so many positions at University of South Florida to come in, right? There's a set number. Let's say it's 20,000 people, okay? And we're gonna say we're gonna lower the test standards so that somebody that's a woman of color can come in, and therefore it's harder for you. So it's a higher bar for you, lower bar for them. Definitionally, that's a redistribution of test scores to somebody else, just by the definition. And you're okay with that?
Well, I guess I would ask then, if we were to do what you're doing, I guess that's what's happening under Trump, right?
Well, no, it's actually been happening the last 40 years.
Okay, actually, yeah, whatever. Okay, so when you say that, if you do that, then, well, black people aren't going to get into school, and then they won't be able to uplift themselves, they won't be able to have prosperous families, they won't be able to, equalize the economic status, because you need to give them a little jump start. You know what? You have a car, right?
How is that? Well, no, now I know who you are.
No, it's good.
But no, how has that worked the last 40 years? We've had robust affirmative action.
No.
We've had hiring practices. Has it made black America more successful?
I can answer that easily. It's because sorry. It's because sorry. What am I going for?
I don't know.
You're a funny guy. So what happened is, even after the Civil Rights Act, you know what I believe the term is massive resistance. It was a movement in after the Brown versus Board of Education in Virginia, where essentially the legislature, which was still white supremacist, which is still extremally racist, they decided that no, we're going to do everything that feasibly possible within our means to stop black people from going to white schools. You even see this in I believe it was the Little Rock Nine, right? Even after it was legalized at the state level, white supremacist mobs still mobilized to prevent it. So even if it de facto it's gone, de jure it still exists.
Let me ask you a very simple question.
Yeah.
A term you keep on throwing around.
Got you.
What is racism?
What is racism? Ooh, that's a very complicated question. But
No, it's not.
I mean, there's a simple answer, and then there's the highly theoretical answer.
Give me the simple.
The simple answer will essentially be because we have like different skin colors, that he's treated a different way than me. He has like a different upbringing than me.
No. But what is
He's subjected to
racism in practice?
It's discrimination
based on the color of skin.
Based on the color of the skin. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. So isn't it racist then to penalize white people to come into college or to get jobs based on the color of their skin?
Well, no.
Wouldn't that be racist? So you're arguing for a very racist policy, which is that we should actively discriminate against people based on the color of their skin, which is affirmative action and DEI in practice.
I just disagree with the premise that you can do like anti-white racism because
Wait, can you be racist against white people?
No, bro, I'm a cracker, bro. What the f? No, you can't be racist towards white. Bro, there's so many crackers here, bro. There's your clip, bro. There's your clip.
Friend, first of all, this nigga's dumb as fuck. And I'm gonna say he dumb as fuck just off the simple fact that the shit that he's saying is fucking retarded. First of all, you can be racist towards anybody. I could be racist towards white people. I could be racist towards a Native American. I could be racist towards a German. I could be racist towards an Asian motherfucker. You can be racist towards anybody. The thing is, Black people are the only, I believe, race that actually can be racist and nobody be offended towards it. The only thing is, I really, yeah, this nigga making us sound dumb. There's no way to cut this shit or put this shit. I don't like how he making it seem like we can't think for ourselves or do for ourselves. What we need to stop doing is lowering shit as far as standards and raising our standards mentally to where we could take shit instead of just like thinking that we own this fucking oppressive ass land where we can't do shit because these people have something over us. Like, it's a thing where they say how you tame a flea, and what they do is they put a bunch of fleas inside of a jar. They put the top on the flea jar, right? And what they do is they leave the fleas in there and they let them jump up and see that they can't get out. So how they tame them is they open the jar up after, right? And the thing is, they don't fucking try to jump out after that because they still think that it's something over them that's gonna keep them up inside that jar because they think that that's all that it's gonna be right there, right from that jumping point. So they can't go nowhere. So it don't matter if you got the jar open or if you got it closed. The fleas ain't gonna go nowhere. And that's how niggas is. It don't matter if the jar open or not. Niggas ain't gonna go nowhere because they already think the shit is closed on them. That's the number one excuse niggas make for themselves, and that's the number one excuse the other motherfuckers make for us. It is crazy because this nigga's defense is built around basically what a nigga can't do for himself or how a nigga can't make it above certain points in education.
Bro, like, why are you saying that to me? You're making me scared. Okay.
So let me tell you
yeah.
what we believe, because you tell us what you believe.
Okay.
Your worldview is indistinguishable from the KKK. That you want to organize the world based on skin color. We want to organize the world based on merit and character, based on how hard you work, what you bring to the table. I believe it's destructive and wrong to say that people are going to be organized or have their future set based on the color of their skin. I think it's tribalistic. I think it is divisive, and I think it hurts the excellence of a country. You asked a question, well, how are we going to help other communities? You know how you help other communities? Stop pandering to them and start treating them like individuals made in the image of God, not tribes to be organized for political purposes.
Okay, so do you think, like, when Trump is now he's president, now that racism is gone now because Trump is back and we're no longer pandering, right? Do you think that the conditions of black people, of like, do you think O Block is going to become like a much nicer place? Do you think that these very downturned sort of black neighborhoods that have been sort of left behind, do you think they're going to become revitalized now? Is that what you think is going to happen?
Yeah, they'll do better for sure.
Do you think they're going to do better? Now that we've stopped helping them, they're going to do better.
Well, see, that's an interesting thing.
Because that seems like contradictory to me, just on basic logic.
Well, actually, black Americans under Donald Trump in the first term saw the greatest economic renaissance that they saw since the 1950s.
You don't think
highest
that's due to
wage
Obama,
increases, lowest unemployment, revitalization, amazing investment in their communities, opportunity zones.
But that's when we had affirmative action. So wouldn't that be bad?
Well, again, we actually got rid of affirmative action now.
But
it's
that was now, but I'm talking about before.
Those
like
are
before.
unrelated things, though, just to be perfectly clear.
They don't seem unrelated to me.
Well, affirmative action
policies addressing racism. They seem
affirmative action is, again...
So, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you are. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Affirmative action is largely federal government hiring practices and the adjacent institutions. I think that all communities will do even better when we stop living under the soft bigotry of low expectations. Inherent in your argument is that we have to pander to certain communities based on the color of their skin because they can't do as well as white people. I reject the premise. I think that we should try to say, I don't care about the color of your skin. I care about what you bring to the table. And stop pandering to people based on special criteria, points, and acceptance to college, saying...
I'm not even finna keep watching this shit. What I'm finna say is this. Y'all keep... People be trying to say this man is racist. I haven't heard one thing of him saying anything racist. The only thing he's saying is that niggas need to raise their standards. And I hate the fact that people don't understand a real vocal person speaking to you on a real level. Like, he actually saying some real shit. He actually saying some real shit because his other niggas basically saying that because we black, we thinking on a lower rate, we moving on a lower rate. We move on a lower rate because we going through so much and the government doing this and the third. But if the government always got a hand in everything we doing, and that's what's fucking us up, then why we letting the government keep their hand in everything we doing? Of course, at some point, we got to start progressing. We got to start thinking for ourselves and doing for ourselves. But that's the thing. You got motherfuckers like this that don't think that we can. And then you got a nigga like this saying that we can, and we need to stop even thinking about the fact that maybe we need to have special privileges for the fact that we are black. When at the end of the day, it don't matter. All you gotta do is get the education. And so many blacks have shown that when we started segregating and desegregating schools and doing things like that, and actually like getting into different colleges and shit like that, and going to be heart surgeons and shit like that, that is really showing that we on a different pathway and different levels to this shit. The fact that you even got somebody speaking out the side of your neck like this, saying some goofy ass shit like black people go through this, that, and the third, and this is why they can't have this and can't have that, should let you know right then and there, this is how the fuck they view us, and this is how the fuck we are being made to be looked at as. And it ain't white people that's making us look like this, nigga. It's us that's making us look like this. The niggas literally name a fucking O Block. That's not the name of the fucking street, bro. That's why I'm getting even more irritated with this fucking back and forth. But the man didn't say nothing. He said literally, we all people under God and created in God's image, nigga. I'm so blue. All these goofy ass niggas hopped in my comments with this dumb ass shit and all of them other videos. Because like it's like, I know you don't watch the nigga content. Personally, I don't take offense to what he's saying, because I know parts of what he's saying is true. A lot of what he's saying is true. And it's parts that he's not speaking on because it's parts that he don't know as far as being black. But that's the only thing I can give him. Like, he really saying some real shit. Just people who want to ignore the message that's behind the man because they don't like the face of the man. But at the end of the day, as a man, black or white, you should feel that you're capable. You should feel that you're able. You should feel that you have an opportunity every day you wake up to do something and make something happen for yourself, nigga. But I'm out, y'all. Let me know what the fuck y'all think. I'm gone.
OG told me, but watch your back. Hey, these niggas bound to attack. Gotta know your purpose, understand what worth is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying to close